My name is KAKWENZA RUKIRABASHAIJA. I'm an author, Ugandan author, and a political activist. On 14th April this year, I was arrested by the CMI operatives from my home in Iganga district because I wrote a book. I wrote a political fiction novel called The Greedy Barbarian. They thought that it was a satire about the president, which is Yoweri Museveni. They came and arrested me, confiscated the copies of the book, took me to the dungeon, to the torture chamber. They tortured me for the whole week, did all the despicable acts, hanging me, beating me with clubs and buttons and what have you. They really almost killed me, I should say, until opposition activists, they came together, united and advocated for my freedom. That is when I was released. That is when I was taken to court, and they preferred some trumped-up charges against me and sent me to prison. I spent there around 20 days. I call upon the opposition politicians in Uganda to unite and catapult Mr. Museveni, to unite on a common goal, that is sending the dictator packing. Because if it doesn't, uniting against dictatorship doesn't mean that we have one candidate on the ballot. No, as opposition, no. We can use different approaches. When, for example, FDC brings defiance on the streets against, vote rigging and whatnot, and brings this, people power, or NUP brings this. As long as our goal is to send the dictator packing, seriously, the dictator will go. We need unity. We need to purpose on that. We do not have to purpose on only positions in parliament, in local council elections. No, as you're campaigning for the elections, parliament, local council elections, we need to add on. We need to mobilize the population, and we mobilize them against Museveni. They should not vote for Museveni. Don't say that for me I am a businessman, or I am doing this, I'm comfortable there, it will not affect you. No. For me, I woke up in the morning, I wrote a novel. I didn't know that Mr. Museveni will one time say that I wrote about him. So if, okay, it is a political satire talking against corruption, vote rigging, murderous regimes of Africa, and all those things, evil things that African dictators have done. But unfortunately, Mr. Museveni, when he read it, he thought I was writing an autobiography or a biography about him, and he sent his men to come and pick me from my home and take me and torture me. So I was relating it to, for example, Animal Farm. Animal Farm was written way back. So should we start thinking that maybe even someone who wrote Animal Farm knew about Museveni? No. So these things of hampering our creativity by thinking that maybe whatever we do is about you is totally bullshit. So as opposition, we really need to unite and send the man packing. He will go. If you read my book, The Greedy Barbarian, I talked about opposition unity. opposition unity, the population, after they had had enough, they went on the street to demonstrate peacefully. When the army and the police could not contain, they also joined them, and the dictator went away, ran away.